Hey all the future assistant professors, welcome back to English for English by Pooja Singh. Today we are going to discuss our 2-month strategy for December 2025. And yes, I know it feels endless because our syllabus is vast. Why? Because we have to study from Old English to postmodern age. We have to study from literary criticism to literary theory, and also we have to deal with the post-colonial, we have to deal with the cultural studies and what not. So please don't worry. Today we are going to discuss in this video that how you can cover what to study, how to study, and from where to study, because I'll be telling the sources also that from where you can study. And the most important thing is PYQ. So please, you just have to understand, you don't have to mug up everything, because I know you also know if you're giving this examination for the very first time, you should be knowing that PYQ is the most important thing in this examination. And if you are not covering PYQs, I'm sorry to say it is very difficult to get 50% in your UGC NET examination. So please stay till the end and get your notebook, because you have to write everything, because I'm telling you, because this is the exact plan that you can study for 2 months. You can revise it nicely. So without any delay, let's get started. So the very first thing is that you have to understand the exam pattern, what paper 2 actually tests, right? So it's not about how many books you have read, it's about how well you can recall in the examination, connect with the statements and eliminate the option. This is the most, important strategy that you have to, understand it, because it's not about that how many books you have read. Literally in the examination, if you cannot recall what you have read, it's no use of that you have read 1,000 of books, but you cannot recall it. It's of no use. So the very first thing that you understand that paper 2 has 100 questions, those who don't know, those who are giving the examination for the very first time, and it consists of 200 marks. What it covers? So basically it covers the literary history of all the periods, British, American, European, Indian, post-colonial literature. So these are the things that covers the majorly portion. Then literary theory, criticism, cultural studies, language and research based question. So if you see the PYQs, you will understand these are the major areas of the examination. So your goal isn't mug up everything, it is to build a timeline that understanding and recognize the repeated patterns. If you understood this thing, you are good to go, because 60 to 70% of paper 2 directly or indirectly come from the past year questions, and I have seen it. Okay, so if you talk about the most scoring and the repeated areas, because this is the most important thing that you should be knowing, what are the most scoring and the repeated areas. So if you talk about that, in certain time, in less time, that will give you the maximum return for your time. Why? Because if you divide British literature, that gives 30 to 35%. Like most questions come from 14th to 20th century writers. Like if you will see, you will be having the questions from Chaucer, from William Shakespeare, Milton, John Dryden, Pope, Wordsworth, Eliot. They are non-negotiable. You see, you take up any PYQ, you take up any previous year questions, and you will be seeing these all names that will be reflected again and again. So especially if you are skipping the Victorian modern age, you are losing your UGC NET JRF. So make sure don't skip the ages, especially Victorian and modern, and I would add post-modern also, because these days a lot of post-modern age questions are also coming in. Now, the second most important is literary theory and criticism, that consists 20 to 25%. This is key for scoring higher ranks. Focus on Aristotle, Euclid, Sidney, Eliot, F.L. Lewis, Roland Barthes, Derrida, feminist and Marxist critics, and this I've already completed. So this is very important that your concept should be clear, right? They will be asking a lot of questions on the statement wise, statement based, assertion reason based, or long statements, okay, which are correct, which are false, how many are correct, how many are wrong. So this is very important that you have a understanding what concept means. Now the third important area is post-colonial and Indian writing in English. That consists 10 to 15%. Like if you will see Raja Rao, Anita Desai, Arundhati Roy, Salman Rushdie, Amitav Ghosh, Baba, Homi K. Baba, Spivak said, and these are the very important, and you will see their reflection. You will see their reflection in the questions of UGC NET. So make sure you don't miss these writers. Then American literature, it consists 10 to 15%. Again, this is not very short that every time you will see some, like the writers you will not study, they will give that writer mostly, what I have observed. So if you have to focus on, you can focus on Emerson, Whitman, Dickinson, Hemingway, Toni Morrison and Arthur Miller. So these are the basic thing that you should be knowing before starting for your UGC NET preparation of paper 2. Then cultural studies are coming up, European and world literature. These three consist of 10 to 15%. So make sure you give your importance to Bakhtin, Foucault, Freud, Nietzsche, Camus, Sartre, Kafka. So if you master these 5 blocks which I have discussed, like the British literature, literary theory and criticism, post-colonial and Indian writing, then the American literature, literature, cultural studies, and European world literature. So these consist like 90% of the examination, and obviously 10% of the examination of the questions will be difficult, will be hard, so that not every people, not every student clear the examination. That is the nature of the national level examination. That is why this is called competitive examination, right? And many of you have requested for this paper 2 strategy video, so that is why I thought of to tell you that what will help you, and that is why I have brought that what to study, sources and focus. So I'll exactly tell you from where you can cover it, because now I also have started making videos on the paper 2, exactly the deep core values and ideas. So these 2 months, what you have to do, if you follow me, you must have seen that I have always told you that please start with PYQs, right? So start with PYQs. They are your best teacher, because 60 to 70% concepts repeat every 2 to 3 years. So analyze why the correct answer is correct and why others are wrong. And many of you fail here only because you just solve it and you don't analyze. If you're not analyzing, there is no use. You will not be able to know that why your answer got wrong. So start with PYQs. I've already made a PYQ course. You can get this in my channel, and I'll also give you the link in the description. Here I have solved like from 2012 to 2025 previous year question with the detailed explanation. Like you will understand why solving PYQ is important. So I have given the detailed explanation here. You can see UGC NET English Literature solved previous year question. In this 33 lessons are there, and it is of 19 hours. So you can see how extensive detailing I have done. So make sure you watch this complete, and it will be a great help. Literally, if you follow this, it will be of great help. And no other YouTube channel have solved in this extensive area. And if you get some videos on that previous year solved, do share with me. I will be very happy to see it. Okay, then again I have solved the literary criticism complete syllabus, and this is of 30 lessons, and it consists of 8 hours detailed from Plato to T.S. Eliot. So again, it is very important, and this is of free of cost. You can go and complete your literary criticism, 30 lessons, just 8 hours. You can complete this in just a single day. So I don't think so that literary criticism will take much time of yours. Yes, but yeah, this PYQ will take your time, because it will a lot of concepts will be there, a lot of theories will be there, so you have to write it down in your copy. So PYQ is done, literary criticism is done. Now I've also started literary theory, and this will be completed by the November end. And in this 12 lessons are already done. You can watch that. New criticism is done, and formalism we have started. So I am providing you the complete course, and even after completing these all, you are not studying. So I cannot say things like, right, you are getting everything, and still if you're not preparing, you cannot give excuses right now. So this again, 12 lessons, 2 hours of course, very short in short videos are there, and you will understand what the basic concepts are there. So again, what you have to do, the very first thing your strategy should be start with the PYQs. Already done. I have given the source. A link will be provided in the description. Literary criticism completed, literary theory completed, and it is going to be complete very soon. Now don't use your concise notes. Don't start bulky books, right? If you're reading like 500 plus or 1000 plus books pages, it is not going to help you. Use your handwritten notes, timelines, and 1 page summary. So those who don't want to do a lot of hard work, for them I have made my handwritten notes. I'll be available, I will give you my notes if you want them. So I have given this demo of how my handwritten notes looks like. So if you want to purchase my notes, you can again buy that. I'll give you the link in the description. Or you can make your own notes. No zabardasti here that आपको मेरे ही note पढ़ोगे तो ही आप clear करोगे. No, you can make your own notes. You can clear your examination. But I'm just telling you those because only 2 months are left and you have to cover everything. So I have made like 13 copies notes of each and everything, like British literature to the cultural studies. I've made everything. So make sure if you want the notes, you can do it. And if you're making your own notes, start with timeline, start with 1 page summaries, and start with the themes and everything. Now focus on the interconnections, how you have to study, like know who influenced whom. For example, if you are studying about the Wordsworth, who influenced Wordsworth? So Coleridge was influenced by Wordsworth. Then who was influenced by Shelley? So Coleridge. Then Keats was influenced by Shelley. So this is the interconnection, that who was influenced by whom, who influenced the later writers. So like this, you have to make the interconnection, then only you will understand that, okay, in the Romantic age, these are the flows of it, right? Now skip unnecessary depth. You don't need to read the full textual analysis of every novel. Your age will be less. आपका life कम हो जाएगा, ठीक है, आपका जिंदगी कम हो जाएगा, लेकिन सारे novels का पूरा text, I can bet कोई ऐसा इंसान नहीं होगा ना जो पूरा 5000 उससे ज़्यादा भी प्लस novels पढ़ सके with full text. Nobody can do that, ठीक है. Just to know the author, year, थीम क्या है, जॉनर क्या है, मूवमेंट क्या है, एंड क्रिटिकल रिसेप्शन, बिकॉज दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, बिकॉज फ्रॉम वेयर दिस नॉवल हैज बीन टेकन फ्रॉम, कहाँ से लिया गया, सो दिस इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, then study through themes. I have always suggested, now understand that in this particular novel क्या है इसका, colonialism है, modernism है, feminism है, and connect with the writers under this theme. Then only Heart of Darkness is connected with the colonialism, modernism, T.S. Eliot, modernism, feminism, A Room of Virginia Woolf, A Room of One's Own. So these are the things that you have to connect, you have to make your own mind work. I can only show you the road map. I can only tell you that okay, this is the road, you can either go right or left, but it is you who have to take the decision, it is you who have to work hard, right? So for that I have made a rough or complete, make a 2-month study plan. You can take this as a example and a basic, and if you follow this way, you are going to surely complete this. So week 1 to 4 it will be your coverage phase, and this is particularly those who have the complete background for English literature in their graduation plus post graduation. This is not just for the random student कि मैंने 2 साल से कुछ नहीं पढ़ा है और अचानक से सिर्फ ये 2 month study plan को follow करके you will clear UGC NET. Then no, it is not for them. It is for the those who have already studied, and for them how you can revise it. Okay. So week 1 you can start with Chaucer to neoclassical age, then week 2 romantic to Victorian age, week 3 modern to postmodern age, and week 4 you can do American, Indian and post-colonial, only the important ones. What you have to do, every day you have to give 3 hours to literature, that is main text, 1 hour for theory and criticism, and 1 hour for PYQ and revision what you gave the wrong answers, why you gave the wrong answers, and what is the reason behind. Was it the concept clarity or was it the रिकॉल पावर. ओके, या आपका आप रिकॉल नहीं कर पा रहे हो या फिर आप कंसेप्ट नहीं समझ पा रहे हो, तो इन 2 चीज़ों पे यू हैव टू वर्क आउट. ओके, देन फ्रॉम वीक 5 to 8 यू हैव टू प्रैक्टिस एंड मास्टरी फेज. लाइक you have to give all the things from classical to post-structuralism, literary theory. Week 6 criticism, cultural and European thinkers. Week 7 go for the revision, British and American literature. Week 8 go for the full mock test for 2 to 3 each week, short notes recap, because this is very very important. And obviously we are going to have our examination in January 2026, so you have complete 2 months for your preparation. Give your best shot, right? So daily 6 to 7 focused hours is necessary, is the need of the hour, right? Now how you can revise it. Revision is the most important thing in any examination. It is your secret weapon. Use active recall. Close your eyes and ask what you have read. Ask yourself the question. Quick reference sheet. Make a 1 quick reference sheet for all the topic, for literary theory, for literary criticism, for British literature, so on and so forth. Practice at least 3 full mock tests in the final 20 days, or you can make even more, but keep it balanced. Okay, keep it balanced and do not take that mark seriously. Like don't get overstressed, because that is not going to give you any good result, right? And keep a most confused topics notebook for a last day revision. That make us see, you have to make 3 copies, 1 for notes, 1 for the PYQs, and 3rd for this most confused topic, so that you can write it and you can revise it, that okay, these are the most confused topics and I have to work on that. Finally, what the mindset and motivation. Your mindset is everything, like everything. So you don't have to be scared about the vastness of literature, and nobody can remember everything. This is like literally those who clear the JRF, they don't remember each and everything. It's just their luck and their hard work of years that they have read a lot, and that is why even their guesswork or the elimination gets right, and that is why they clear JRF, right? So not even toppers. What's make them different is the consistency and the clarity, because they have read a lot, they have given their best, right? So analyze what you do. Don't get overstressed. There is no shortcut. Like literally there is no shortcut for your UGC NET examination. But yeah, obviously there is a smart path that in less days how you can cover the most important things that I told you. PYQs are the best thing, and remember 60 days are enough if you give your best 60 days. So don't chase perfection, chase progress. Every day counts. Okay, so that's a complete 2-month strategy for your December 2025. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share with your friends those are preparing for UGC NET December 2025, and also do not forget to subscribe, because I am going to bring a lot of videos of English literature. And also if you have any comments, if you have any doubts, do let me in the comment section. Till then, take care, keep learning, keep shining. Bye bye.